aquatics and furries, I hope you're all doing really well. So this week's video is something a little bit different. I bought a CO2 set, the JBL Pro thingy u501, and I tried finding videos online of how to set it up, just because that's easier than reading, and I couldn't find any. So today we're going to go through what's in the box and how to set it up. I've done it once practicing and that's it, so bear with me as I do this. So let's open this up to start with, and pray nothing falls out as I hold this up. So that's what it looks like as you open it. Obviously you've got your instruction book, there's loads of different languages. You've got, let's pull it all out. So that's meant to be the diffuser and the airline for it. I wasn't keen, I saw this when I bought it, wasn't keen on that, so I bought a different one that I'll be using, but that is the one you get. I don't want the black, I just don't want to see it too much in the tank, and I think that's going to stand out quite a lot. You also get 2 bottles of the same fertiliser, so we'll give them a try. You also get a different fertiliser, so this one's just a small bottle, and you probably just use like a drop or so in it. Might try that as well. If it's free, might as well give it a go. Right, then in the big box, as obviously has CO2, this is a disposable canister, so it just means ordering them as and when I need them. And then you've got your regulator, which just fits on top, and these tell you the pressures and stuff with your valve. Not sure on the technical terms, I just know how to put this together. So you also get a bubble counter in here, just a simple one, so an in and out. You put water in there and that counts the bubbles. From what I've read, you want 1 bubble per second per 100 litres once it's set up. I'm using a different counter though, because I ordered a different one. So I'm not going to be using that. And you also get your pH test. I do have a different one of these as well, but I'm thinking I might use this to start with. So just empty that box out. Don't have scissors to hand, so just rubbing it. So that's a little pH. You put your drops in there, in the front bit, and in the back there's a hole, so once it's sitting in the aquarium, it'll be able to gauge the pH strength, and then you just use the little chart that comes with it to gauge whether you've got the right amount of CO2 or not. So that's everything that's actually in the box. I also, because I want to be able to put this on an automatic timer so I don't forget, I also got, how do you say this? Solenoid valve. So it means I can put it on a timer and that controls the outlet, which I've already wired up to my clear CO2 air lining. And then that's the diffuser I'm using. So this is a 3-in-1. This bit here is your check valve to make sure there's no backflow. You put water in here to count the bubbles, and then that's obviously the diffuser there. Alright, so on to setting up the CO2. So I've got my regulator here, and I've got my solenoid valve here. So I've already put on my airline tubing that is attached to my diffuser there. Hope that doesn't fall on the floor and break. So to do that, all you do is unscrew one end, just unscrew this little bit here, push this on, and then tighten that so there's no way that comes undone, and it's got a nice tight seal there. And same again for this end. This bit, all that is from the black airline tubing that it came with, just cut a little bit off, and then this goes on to the reactor. So here we just unscrew this bit, and then we'll pop this, remember what way it goes on, over that black airline, then push that nicely and tightly back on there, and then just screw that back up. So you want this all nice and tight so nothing comes apart and there's nice tight seals on them, so you don't want anything leaking. So all this does is stops any CO2 coming out when there's no power going into this. This will be in a timer plug. And then obviously on the end of my airline, I've just pushed the tube in onto the little end bit. This is my check valve in here. It's already built in, so that's why I went with this one, not the one that came with it. And in this section, I fill this with water, and then that's my bubble counter. So I've got no cuts to make in the airline. That is it for me. If you was going to use, say, bubble counter, where did I put it? I just put it there. So if you was going to use the bubble counter, you would just get your airline, cut it wherever you wanted your bubble counter. Take one of those off, slip the little nut over the end, push the airline on, and then make sure you can screw that up nice and tightly. So that way you've got, when it goes on, so that would be connected to the regulator. The air would come through here, in here, through your water so you can count the bubbles, and then you do attach another one of these coming out that would lead on to either your check valve or your diffuser. But I'm not doing that, so don't need it. And then what you do is you get your CO2 bottle, so it comes with a little safety cap on it. Just remove that, and then your regulator. So these are the disposable bottles. If you go for the refillable ones, they have different fitments. I think on most refillables they screw on the front. I don't have anything there, so this just goes on that way. In there, it's all threaded for you. So you just line it up and screw it. There is a lot of screwing, but okay, so you just make sure that's on tight. It doesn't have to be like super tight so you can't get it off, but just tight enough that there shouldn't be any escaping CO2 from it. And that's it. Plug in, ready to go at this point. Just need to put my diffuser in the water. And you will see that in a future video where I'm using this. Hope that actually was a clear enough explanation of how to do it, because I'm not sure. Again, I've already done it once before, so any questions though, drop them in that comment box below and I will try and help if I can. But wish me luck, and hopefully this works for this new tank. As always, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications bell, give us a thumbs up, and I shall catch you later.